Hi my crafty friends, I wanted to share with you how I made this really cute pink and gold Mickey Disney inspired Christmas tree using items from the Dollar Tree. The tree skirt is fabric I already owned, but everything else I got at Dollar Tree, such as these unicorn white Christmas trees. I did use some vase filler that comes in a pack like this, but I stuck to the gold. I got some gold ornaments, and I'm going to do something with those gold ornaments in just a bit to show you how I made them pink, because you're probably wondering, well, where did those pink ornaments come from? I was so excited to find these white trees at Dollar Tree. I have never seen the white trees at all. In fact, last year I went on the hunt just to find the small little green trees. And so this year, when I went to a Dollar Tree, I ran in to grab some tape and I saw these out of the corner of my eye and I thought, what is that little unicorn? I've never seen this before. There were only two, so of course I grabbed them. I didn't really have an idea of what I was going to do with them, but once I got home I was super excited to do something Disney inspired, and I think they're really, really cute. As you can see right here, these are very sparse. So my plan is to use the second tree as filler. I actually got this idea from another YouTuber who takes some of the garland for the green trees, and she wraps them into her own trees that she uses at her house, and it just fills it up. So I thought, that could work for these trees. So with the second tree, all I do is I take my wire cutters and I trim each tree limb off, and I'm going to use that to glue into the original tree. So I do use my wire cutters here and just take off each of the limbs, and then with my handy dandy glue gun we're gonna go ahead and attach this and fill it in. Now I did try originally to just glue the limb straight onto the tree trunk, which is covered in some white like ribbon, but it didn't work just gluing it directly, and you'll see in just a second. It looks super flimsy, and it was flimsy, and I didn't want to leave it like that. So I end up folding the end of the limb, and that gives it a little bit more surface space to glue. And what I ended up finding worked the best was to place a little bit of glue on the tree trunk and a little bit of glue on the tree limb, and then have that glued together. If you wanted to make this even sturdier, I would recommend using some E6000 in addition to the hot glue. So using the hot glue will help it to stay temporarily, and then adding the E6000 will give it more of a permanent hold. So you have that option. You do have to hold the limb for a bit to make sure that it dries in the spot that you want it to dry. So here you can see just gluing it directly did not work. So I ended up bending it, and that helped so much. And it actually helped to glue and for me to hold it down too, so it gave me a little bit of surface area to actually have my thumb hold the tree limb, so that helped. So I just continue and do this all the way around the tree. You'll also see in a bit that I do take a tree limb and I cut it in half, and I add a little bit of glue to that, and I shape it kind of like in a curve shape. And I'm doing this because I kind of wanted to cover the raw edges of the tree limbs that I just added. This is really an optional extra step. It's not necessary because you really couldn't see it, but I did it because I wanted to kind of fill it in, and I also wanted it to act as a second form of kind of adhesive and sturdiness to holding those tree limbs on. So I do this all the way around the tree, and you guys, this made such a difference in making this tree so much fuller. if I do this again, I'm going to leave the tree closed and then row by row slowly add the limbs and then push the tree limbs down, only because it just makes it a little bit easier to glue each little limb. But I also went and added more tree limbs at the top of the tree, because otherwise you're going to have like a couple inches of just this random little tree top, and it just seems like you could have filled in with a little more limbs. So I went in and added that in, and I think it looks so cute. Look at how much fuller this tree is now compared to the way it was originally. I do go through and take off all of the glue strings by hand instead of using my heat gun, which is something I would normally do, because honestly I was afraid it was going to melt the tree. And so the next thing I do is I take these vase fillers that come in a pack, and each package, you know, you look at a package and you think, oh, that may have just enough to do this little project. This is like half, if not a quarter of that bag. I already used a lot of these pieces for a separate crafting project, and this is what I have left. So I take the largest size and 2 of the medium sizes, and I just glue them to make a cute little Mickey shape. And then I go in and I take the medium size and add 2 of the smallest sizes. You could do this in any color. These packages came in the silver and gold. There was also that package that you saw that has the red and green, and they also had a package that had blue and white. And I was thinking the blue and white would be really, really fun to make a Frozen inspired tree. So that might be something I do. Let me know if that's something you want to see. A Frozen inspired tree, or even wreath. I'll have a separate wreath crafting DIY that video that will be posted soon. So the next step is just to take these ornament hangers that come in a package, and it's at the Dollar Tree, so it's $1, you get a ton of them. And I end up cutting them in half because they're a little too long for the amount of space that I wanted it to hang from the actual tree limb itself. So I'm kind of like eyeballing it, but I just cut it in half with my wire cutter, and I place a little bit of hot glue on the ornament itself, and then I go ahead and press the ornament hanger into the little Mickey ornament that I just created. And I put the glue there because I wanted to make sure that it stayed. I tried at first just to put the ornament hanger in, and I could feel that it was loose and it was going to fall, so I added the glue just to add a little bit of extra security. And then I just use a tool to kind of curve it. You could do that by hand. You don't need a special tool to do that. I think these ornaments came out so cute, and the next step is to go ahead and create the gold glitter ornaments that will complement this pretty gold. So I end up deciding to use the raspberry glitter from the Recollections collection, and I'm using the miniature gold ornaments that came in a package. I also have decoupage that I had on hand, and a foam brush that I had on hand. And I just go through and I make sure that I evenly coat the entire ornament. I try to get as close to the top of the ornament as possible without getting the little, the top part. What is the top part called? I don't know. What's the top part of the ornament called? Comment down below and let me know if it has a specific name. Anyways, it's the part that I'm holding on to, and I'm trying not to get glue on that little section right there, because I know that whatever has glue is going to have glitter. So I go ahead and cover this ornament completely with glitter. I didn't really think about where I was going to lay this ornament down until about this moment. And I'm stopping and asking myself, where am I going to put this? I like the way that this looks with the other ornaments that I have, and so I'm cool with that, but I don't know where to put this ornament. I do lay it down on the wax paper for a second, and I realize that that's not going to work because it's going to remove some of the glitter and the glue, and I didn't want that. And so I did have this little greenery piece, the foam piece that you put like in vases to hold all the greenery. And I also had some pipe cleaners, so I just cut those and stuck those into this little foam block. And I take off the top of the ornament and put that to the side, and I end up painting the ornaments. I kind of hooked it inside the pipe cleaner too to kind of use as a little bit of a handle. But this does make it much easier to put the glue on and put the glitter on, and then when it's done, I just prop it right there onto that pipe cleaner so it can dry and it's not touching anything. So I just follow the same process for all of the ornaments, and I think they came out really cute too. I like that you can go ahead and pick any shade of glitter that you'd like to make some really custom colors and a custom look on your tree. And this was very, very simple and easy to do. Now, I already had this glitter on hand, so I did not count it in the total price of the project. If you needed to purchase glitter, you would need to account for that. But they do have glitter at Dollar Tree, and I saw a really cute package that has 5 different shades of a color. So I think I saw a red, a blue, and a yellow. So it had 5 different shades. So for like the blue, it went from a dark blue to a really nice light blue. So you could even use those glitter packages to create a color palette of ornaments and really create your own look for your tree. And this last ornament, I actually wanted to touch it up and add a little bit of Mod Podge and glitter. And then I realized that it would just be a great idea to cover all of the ornaments with Mod Podge to add an extra sealant so that the glitter didn't shake off when I use them in the future. So I go ahead and do that with all of the ornaments. I cover them completely with Mod Podge after they're dried, and they came out really nice, and glitter did not shake at all. And so here's my final little tree, nice and full and thriving. And I had this fabric on hand, so I did not count this in the cost of the project either. However, if you needed some fabric, Dollar Tree has some really cool scarves that you could use, and that would make a really nice tree skirt. So they have that, and they also have some other fabric that you could pull from little runners or tablecloths that would be really cute as well. So get creative with it. I just start adding my ornaments, and I think it comes out so cute. I had a lot of fun decorating this, and I hope that you really like the way that this turned out. It's super cute. I like the way it looks in my room. It adds a little touch of pink to all my other pink in my craft room. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.